You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame.
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the Markable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Trojan fans. Celebrate every Trojan win and enjoy the sweet taste of victory with a free donut at Ralph's the day after the win. Download your digital coupon from the Ralph's app to score your free donut at any Los Angeles area Ralph's store. It's our way of saying thanks. 1 free donut per customer with digital coupon. Available the day after each Trojan victory while supplies last. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. And proud partner of USC Athletics. Fight on.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
These humans get the biggest college football games on DirecTV,
and we don't even get a satellite dish.
Enough squawking.
It's Coach Prime.
Bring it in. Sure, they can get all that college football without a dish, but you still got your passion, your drive, your resolve, your...
incredible career as a football icon?
No, that's me.
Stream the biggest college football games. No satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
For a USC touchdown.
It's time for the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo.
The fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
We will break down the game, hear some highlights, and take your calls.
USC football is a final, and we wrap it up right now.
Here are your hosts, Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens.
All right, here goes nothing. Welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz with you. And the final today, it's 33-30. Trojans fall to Penn State in overtime at the Coliseum. USC 3-3 now on the season, 1-3 in the Big Ten. And I'm sure plenty of you have a lot to say wherever you are, leaving the game, listening to us on ESPN 710, listening to us on the ESPN LA app, or, of course, watching us on our YouTube stream. We thank you so much for joining us and want to give you a chance to let us know what you think. 866-961-3776 is the number to call. That's 866-961-ESPN. I know there are going to be a lot of really disappointed Trojan fans out there, and yes, Sue, myself included. Just
don't ask me.
Disappointing and just a crushing loss when you have the opportunity to take down a top 5 team on your home field, and you come up short. And sadly, right now, that's the theme of the season for USC. It's coming up short because they've got 3 losses, and in all 3 of those losses, we look back and we could say what could have been, what should have been. All games USC had chances to win.
I don't know what you want me to say. You said it. I don't know what I should add that the world didn't just see. But yeah.
Well, there's no one in the queue yet, so I guess we can just call it. We could head out, read all the ads now.
Nobody's calling in. We can go.
It's time to go.
Exactly. We can dip, and we'll just call it a night now. Nobody's in the queue. Nobody. Hey, I'm cool with that. But no, we definitely yet again. Give it up late with a lead in the fourth quarter and piss down our legs. Craziness. And the thing is, Sean said it perfectly. We were playing not to lose the entire second half. We were not playing to win. Like the first half compared to the second half, night and day difference.
Yeah. Look, we talked about it last week. I heard you guys talking about it on the tailgate show. 2 things. 1, the lack of explosive plays. 2, the lack of quick starts, right? We've been a second half team all season. What did we have in the first half today? We had explosive plays that got us back in the game after a very brief slow start. And we had a 20-6 lead at halftime. It looked like things were going our way. We'd figured something out, and then sadly, it all flipped on us, and Penn State came out just like that. Felt like with the snap of a finger, the game was tied. And then, look, as just a college football fan, entertaining game for sure. That second half was
Instant
tremendous.
Classic.
Was tremendous. And once it got tied up 2020, the back and forth and the way it went to overtime. But
they got their money's worth
as
today,
USC, you can't let that happen. and what you just said and what I think Sean was alluding to is right. You kind of look back the way the first half ended and then the way regulation ended, and it really did feel like we were playing not to lose.
Yeah.
And we weren't going for it, right? I mean, end of the first half with an opportunity, like, go get a touchdown. I mean, it was 17-6 at the time. Go get a touchdown. End of regulation. I mean, you want to keep the ball out of Penn State's hands. Well, we're tied up. Well, let's make sure we score.
Or
give the ball back to them. Make them come back.
Let's not hope that Deuce catches the ball and leave 8 seconds left for us to rush and call a timeout. Like, let's see if we actually can get the first down with that minute and those 3 timeouts, and see if we can get even closer to the field goal in hopes that if we can't get in the end zone, we not only have burning the clock off, we have put our kicker in a better position to kick. It seemed like we were going, like it said, his range was like at the 39-yard line. Like, that's where his range begins. Why is that the minimal that we're going for? We should get within 5 or 10 yards within that. So that whole last minute of the game was weird.
866-961-ESPN, 866-961-3776. That's the number to call. Of course, now that I said we don't have anybody in the queue, we can just go. Of course, now we got the phone lines.
I have a
lighting
family.
Up. Phone lines are lighting up. We're going to get to the calls soon. Of course, we got highlights coming up too in our next segment. But hey, USC fans, if you plan on drinking tonight, have a go safely game plan and choose a sober way to go. Don't let friends drive drunk. Go safely, California. From the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans.
They're going to be drinking tonight. They're
we
getting lit tonight.
Are...
Well, I got friends in low places where the whiskey
win or lose, there's always a reason. So.
And the beer chases.
All right, again, 861-961-3776 is the number to call. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Pete Arbogast's calls from today's game. And then we'll get to your phone calls. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
In the game of savings, it's all about making the right moves. Whether you're just kicking off your financial journey or already making big plays, USC Credit Union is here to help you come out on top. With high rates across savings and checking accounts, CDs, money markets, and IRAs, your money will grow faster and stronger. Plus, with our wealth management services, you'll have an expert coach guiding you at every stage of your investment journey. Make your money move up. Visit usccreditunion.org to get started. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at hellohelium.com. Fight on.
No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Co. Full flavor? It's athletic. Huge variety? It's athletic. Award-winning styles you can get online, at the bar, or the grocery store? It's athletic. In fact, when it comes to amazing non-alcoholic beer, there's no question. It's athletic. Ask for it and find out. Go to askforathletic.com to find your closest retailer today. Near Beer.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
day after the win. Download your digital coupon from the Ralph's app to score your free donut at any Los Angeles area Ralph's store.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Jason Schwartz, Sua Cravens with you here on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. 866-961-ESPN is our number. 866-961-3776 is the number to call. Final score at the Coliseum today, the Trojans led at halftime 20-6, but they end up falling to Penn State 33-30 in overtime. Trojans are now 3-3, 1-3 in conference play. Penn State stays undefeated. And all right, let's take a
Don't
look
even say
at,
it. Don't even say it.
Let's take a look at listen to how this one sounded. What? Don't say what? Highlights?
Yeah, highlights.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say it. Let's listen to how this one sounded. We'll listen back to Pete Arbogast's calls from the biggest plays of the game. And, well, we'll start with certainly was I think the biggest play for USC. I mean, after a slow start, we were hoping for some explosive plays, and this is how they got on the board.
Motion coming this way, and a handoff to Quentin Joyner. Joyner on the outside left side gets some blocks and has some room. 40, he's at the 50. He's got one man to beat, and he won't beat him, I don't think. He gets hit at the 10, but no, he stays on his feet and goes all the way. 75 yards. Quentin Joyner, touchdown USC, and the Trojans have the lead. How do you do?
Woo! It was good. It was real good seeing that touchdown field side. I thought that we were going to be aggressive all day long. When the first touchdown is a fake reverse trick play, yeah, I thought we were in for a magical day.
I bet you were wishing you'd waited to pick Quentin Joyner as your player of the game.
Why are you
picked him
doing
last
that?
week.
Why are you trying to hurt me? Okay.
I thought you were hurt too much already to be hurt anymore,
Yeah,
Sua.
go ahead, man.
All right, it was 7-3 USC at the time, and hey, they continued to pour it on. It was Quentin Joyner again in the first half.
Rain finds Joyner at the 5. He's in the end zone. That's a touchdown once again for Quentin Joyner. Touchdown USC. And the Trojans on top if they make the extra point by the same score of the 1923 Rose Bowl against Penn State, 14-3.
It's like we have two really good running backs in the backfield, and we should get them more touches. I think so.
Penn State moving the ball okay, but Trojans came up with the first of 3 picks on the day.
There's that man, tight end Warren, in motion, zip-zaps. He's open. They're looking at him. They're throwing downfield. That's picked off. Intercepted and brought back by the Trojans from the 35 out to the 50, to the 40. Still on his feet. 35-yard line. Stevens down inside the 30 to the 25. I guess he's going to be an important guy on this Trojan team. Desmond Stevens, we just talked about him being a backup linebacker, and he picks one off, brings it back about 45 yards, and gives the Trojans a first down on a short field at the Penn State 26-yard line.
Picks, tips, overthrows. You live for them on defense, and that's what is supposed to turn the momentum of games, and we had a few of those today.
Thought this was pretty big. Penn State held USC's offense there without a first down, set up a field goal. Trojans ultimately would take a 20-6 lead into the locker room at halftime. And then coming out of the locker room, Penn State's offense really started to feel itself. And just wanted to hear how Pete's call sounded on this play, that crazy Tyler Warren touchdown catch.
Into the game, Bo Pribula with the quarterback Aller split wide to the left. A throw by Pribula back to Aller. The double pass. Downfield it goes, and it is caught. Great catch by Tyler Warren, who is having a career day, and it's a touchdown for Penn State. Tyler Warren, his 4th touchdown catch, and Aller throws it on the dipsy-do double pass.
In case y'all didn't catch that, he was the center on that play. He snapped the ball and then went and caught the ball and dunked our boy out.
How many trick plays did Penn State run today?
They brought the wheelhouse. They looked like Chip Kelly at Oregon all over again. It was trick play after trick play.
All right, well, they got within a touchdown there. They would end up tying the game at 20-20. It kind of stuck at 20-20 for a while, and USC's defense helped make that happen with another interception.
Motion inside. Tight end Warren on this near side. Aller looking away, then throws back over the middle. Incomplete and maybe intercepted. Maybe intercepted at the 24. I think it is. It is intercepted by USC. It was tipped, and the Trojans came down with it before it hit the ground. What a break.
The defense, we were asking when the turnovers were going to get created and when they were going to produce those splash plays, and they did it today. They got us a few turnovers. I don't think we got a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but as far as getting the ball back in offense's hands, they did that today.
23-23, the score there about midway through the fourth quarter. Trojans got in the end zone to take a 30-23 lead. Miller Moss finding Kyron Hudson.
Marks is the one back, just shy of the 5-yard line on the plus side of it. 2nd and goal. Moss throws, end zone, touchdown! Kyron Hudson. Little slant in from the left side. Nothing special to it except that it gives USC the lead over undefeated Penn State here at the Coliseum in the late fourth quarter.
And after that is when it felt like the whole mentality switched from be aggressive and goal score to don't lose.
Well, you talk about the turnovers. The defense made that happen for sure, but obviously Penn State moved the ball very easily when they weren't turning it over against the USC defense in the second half, ended up with over 500 yards of offense. They would drive down the field. They would score with 2:53 to go to tie the game at 30. Trojans then, with an opportunity late, really tried to make sure that they were the last team to have the ball at the end of regulation and kind of put themselves in a bit of a hole. We saw Miller Moss end up throwing an interception on a pass to Deuce Robinson that he overthrew. So the game would go to overtime. Trojans, all they could muster on their first overtime possession was a 45-yard field goal attempt. It was no good. Penn State got the ball. They moved into pretty good position for a game-winning field goal try, and here's how it sounded.
And the left-footed kicker, Barker, backs up for the kick that would give Penn State the win and keep them undefeated. Snap is back. Kick is away. High enough. Long enough. Penn State has won the game in overtime.
Do you wanted me to comment on that?
No. We can have a moment of silence.
I don't ever want to hear that sound.
Moment of silence.
If you play, good sir, if you play that sound bite again, I will come back there. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Well, that's how some of it sounded as the Trojans fall to Penn State at the Coliseum, 33-30, the final today in overtime. 866-961-3776 is our number. That's 866-961-ESPN. Almost at that time of the show when we will start taking your calls. But first, USC fans, are you getting hungry? It's always a good idea to order with Postmates. They have some of the best restaurants in town and are the only delivery app that drops the delivery fee and service fee on all eligible orders over $50. Terms apply. See app for details. Your calls when we come back on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA Trojans Media Network.
We're not just the Trojans, we're your Trojans. Coach Lincoln Riley here to let you know how to customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Trojan pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Trojans. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics.
Copyright 2024 Wells Fargo Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
At Audi, what drives you matters. But what you're driving towards matters more. The new fully electric Audi Q8 e-tron. How we get there matters.
Don't let someone else drive off in the Audi model you've always wanted. Visit your Southern California Audi dealer to get behind the wheel of yours today. Or visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC! Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. The official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. These apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, it's Travis Rogers. You're listening to USC Penn State right now. We will be all over it Monday at 9 a.m. on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN, the home of USC football. Fight on.
It's time to go.
Trojan fans want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans. Be sure to sign up for the 3 Torches presented by Smart and Final. It's a free newsletter that'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to usctrojans.com/3 torches and sign up. Speaking of torches, I think that's what a lot of our callers are probably carrying right now over at home. Are we ready? We ready to go to them?
I mean, Helen's not carrying a torch right now.
Helen, we're gonna start things off with you. First of all, let's get the good news out there, Helen. We missed you last week.
Yes, I know.
We missed you last week. Can you tell us from with your own words why you couldn't why you broke your years-long streak of calling the show?
I was helping my granddaughter be born. Amaya Janice, 7 pounds, 5.5 ounces.
Congratulations, Helen. I hope she's
Congrats,
healthy
Helen.
and has
Amazing.
all 10 fingers and toes.
Yes, and she's beautiful, and she's got raven black hair. New Trojan coming up.
Amazing.
Years, I guess.
Well, Helen, it's been a couple weeks since we chatted, and I think the last time we talked, you were making travel plans for the Natty. What's going on? Tell us how you're feeling.
Well, I am disappointed because the only team I hate worse than UCLA is Penn State.
Really?
We're from Pennsylvania. Yes, and I don't even want to go back to what you guys know I'm talking about. This whole Sandusky affair just makes me throw up every time I see that team. But anyway,
fair.
I want to talk about our improved team. Yes and no. Woody and Quinton and Zachariah and Deuce and Byron, they all get kudos from me. We had some good blocking for a change. We had a great run game. I don't know why we didn't do more of that, especially at the end there. Why didn't we go for the first down, and then we could have gone for the, got the field goal, but I'm not in charge. And the O-line's improved. And I like the tackling. I love the tackling. It's nice seeing interceptions again. Are you guys there still?
Oh, yeah, we're here. Where are you at, Helen? You on a walk to clear your head or taking a long drive?
No, there was something wonky about the calling in. I tried to call in, and it kept saying, it rang and rang and rang, and it kept saying, nobody's answering your call.
Yeah.
And then you had to keep calling back.
Sometimes
So
Sua
that's when he
forgets
said you can
that he
just
needs
call.
to
Something
have
was
his phone
happening.
ready.
Anyhow, we're still not adjusting to like that flat pass. Penn State threw the same pass over and over and over and over again. Threw it to the right, threw it to the left, same pass. And you know what else I'm going to talk about? Because you know I love this play. We had little or no pressure to this quarterback, not one single sack.
Yeah.
Even on the 4th down. Why don't we blitz? Why didn't we blitz then? Do they not know how to blitz? Should they watch some tapes from the old Steelers? I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, really,
Helen.
really tough.
Hey,
And I'm
Helen,
happy to
congratulations again on the good news.
And let's beat the Terps and fight on.
Fight
Love
on,
you guys.
Helen.
Bye.
Man, we are sucking the life out of Helen right now, dude. Did you hear her? She sounded so like unenthusiastic this time. Normally she's like got like a roll and a bounce, a pep in her step when she's describing the game. She sounded exhausted. Like she sounded like she had been listening.
You're not just projecting?
You know what did I do to you? Well, I got you tickets to the Miami game.
What does that have to do with me?
I freaking helping you out, bro. I brought you lunch like last 2 weeks, and you're just attacking me on
Don't go all
air.
Sam Mitchell on me. Right?
You know what? You aren't home right now.
All right, let's. Hey, Helen, thanks. Missed you last week. Good to hear from you again, and congratulations again on the new addition to the family, the granddaughter. The next Helen of Troy. All right, let's go out to Brad in Brea. Brad, welcome back to the show. How you feeling?
It's gonna be a long weekend. I'm really getting sick of this, and just brutal. I mean, we had that game won, and I mean, you guys see what you call it all the time, man. It's we're playing not to lose the game, not aggressive. We're making great strides. We got 3 picks, and especially it's just so frustrating. The officiating is killing me. The play calling is killing me.
The officials really look. I mean, they did keep their flags in their pockets on a lot.
I mean, this is going to happen every week, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain about something that's not going to change.
Right, we're just going to bring
it,
it up.
guys.
Worth to bring up.
I get it. But it used to be the Pac-12 officials. Now these guys, we get blocked into a guy and they call it a chop block, and then it's just these personal fouls that they just slaughter us, and it changes the game. It really, really changes the game, and it just really makes me upset. And here's my fear. You know what's going to start? The talk is going to be, what's Lincoln Riley's payout on his contract? It's massive. That's not going to happen. And the chatter is going to start. I mean, Clay Helton has a better record than Lincoln Riley. And I mean, we were calling for Clay Helton's head early on. And we should not have 3 losses. I mean, that's just where I'm at. This game was ours to lose. We had this game at home.
Yeah.
So
Brad, you're not wrong.
No, it's disgusting. Minnesota, losing to Minnesota. I mean, the Michigan game was a tough-fought game. We should have won that game, but whatever. That is what it is. I think.
Well, no, I mean, Brad, look, we said it in the first segment too. I mean, USC's 3-3 right now. They have 3 losses, and all those games you can look back and say
we were up in the fourth
could have
quarter.
won or should have won. I mean, it is what it is. Even being at Michigan, I mean, we were talking about that game after that loss on this show, saying, "Hey, look." I mean, we were talking about
we were
talking about moral victories, right? Bro. Going on the road and playing well and being 1 play away. But then it happens against Minnesota, and we had to come back before that against Wisconsin, and now it happens here. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's a pattern. But it's a 3-3 team that's just a few plays away from being 6-0, and unfortunately, there really aren't any moral victories in that. Brad, thanks for the call as always. Any thoughts, Sue?
I mean, he's right, man. 3 games we gave away. 3 games we were up in the fourth quarter with the ball.
Yeah,
and couldn't put the game away. So it's
time to go.
It is what it is. Like he didn't say there. It wasn't his opinion just now what he said. If you watch the film and you're being impartial, that's what happened.
33-30 is what happened today. Penn State over USC at the Coliseum in overtime, a game the Trojans led at halftime 20-6 and led down the stretch in the second half as well. Let's get to another call before we go to our next break. We got Jose in L.A. Jose, you're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hey, how's it going, guys? What's up, Tua? Thanks for that picture last year against Utah. I was one of the teachers the teacher who got that 15K extra yard grant from my class, so thank you. I just wanted to ask you guys, how do you guys assess Lincoln Riley now?
I mean, I I don't care to pass my opinion on any person. I go off what I see on film and what I see in the numbers. And so far, we've seen that we are a bad clock managing team, and today that helped us lose the game. We had the ball at midfield with a minute left and 3 timeouts and ran 2 plays. That's the most ultra-conservative you can be in a position where we have all the leverage. So, like, well, we're not winning these close games. We're giving away games late, even when we're up a lead. So it's not about how I would assess anybody. It's about what we all objectively see on film, and I'm sure you can answer that for yourself.
Yeah, because that last drive, it seemed like they ate up all the clock. I don't know if because they were worried that they weren't going to get the first down, and if they didn't get the first down, they didn't want that much time left on the clock. It's just concerning.
Yeah, I mean, when you play not to lose a game, it's hard to win it.
Yeah.
I mean, you certainly, thanks, Jose, for the call. Appreciate it. I mean, you certainly can understand the thinking of wanting to put yourself in a position to score, finish the game, end the game, not give Penn State a chance. But, I mean, the problem is that they weren't really in position
We weren't in
to
field goal
score.
position yet.
Yes.
Exactly. So you.
And then ultimately, at the end of the day, if things do work out the way it could have there at the end, is you're still in line for a long field goal. And I just, this isn't really obviously Caleb Williams was USC's quarterback the last couple of years, but it's a far cry from the USC offense that had, felt like the staff had the confidence in the offense that every time they were going to touch the ball, they were going to score.
We didn't have that confidence. Not in the second half, at least.
No, I'm talking about the last couple of years. Like that's what it felt like, and it feels like we're a long ways away from that.
Yeah, 100%. And again, we weren't in like the people who are like, no, that's not. Clock management had nothing to do with it. That were you not aware that we were 15 yards from the nearest field goal range that he could kick? So the estimate that they gave on TV was that's the absolute furthest we've seen or are projecting that he can kick, and we were 15 yards away from that. So I'm not sure why only.
Hey, Jose, thanks for the call, man. Congrats again on that grant. That's awesome. Appreciate you joining us today. All right, just getting started here. 866-961-3776 is our phone number. 866-961-ESPN. React to USC's loss at home to Penn State today, 33-30, the final score. Again, this is Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Back after this with more calls on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Support for USC football comes from Children's Hospital Los Angeles. U.S. News and World Report has once again named Children's Hospital Los Angeles the #1 hospital for kids in California. Ranked in the top 10 nationally, CHLA has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since the prestigious list was created. They've been providing the best care for kids in California for more than 120 years. Whether it's for routine care or life-saving needs, families turn to CHLA when the outcome matters. Clinical excellence, breakthrough research, and world-class expertise for kids. Find a doctor at chla.org.
Welcome to the HannahCast. Today, Piggy Bank's gonna fuel our episode with questions about Arco rewards. Yep, earn up to $5 in rewards at sign up. And 5 cents on every gallon. Sounds pretty sensible, if you ask me. Oh, all this savings talk making you hungry? Here you go. Learn how to earn at arcorewards.com.
By entering your phone number, you're agreeing to receive recurring automated informational and marketing SMS, MMS messages from Marathon. Consent not required for purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on. Fight on.
Hey, Trojan fans. Celebrate every Trojan win and enjoy the sweet taste of victory with a free donut at Ralph's the day after the win. Download your digital coupon from the Ralph's app to score your free donut at any Los Angeles area Ralph's store. It's our way of saying thanks. One free donut per customer with digital coupon available the day after each Trojan victory while supplies last. Ralph's, fresh for everyone and proud partner of USC Athletics. Fight on.
Hey, it's Mace. You're listening to USC Penn State right now, and we will be all over it Monday at noon on Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN, the home of USC football. Fight on.
Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz with you. Trojans fall to Penn State 33-30 in overtime at the Coliseum this afternoon. Give us a call. Let us know how you're feeling. 866-961-3776 is our number. 866-961-ESPN. Again, Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz with you here. Trojans 3-3 halfway through the regular season. 1-3 now in conference play. Penn State stays undefeated. Trojans certainly had a chance today to get the victory and hand Penn State their first loss of the season. USC didn't, and they were talking about it there before they sent it to us. Sua, Pete, Sean, Jordan, and they were saying, I mean, it's true, right? Big Ten championship, college football playoff. A lot of that feels highly unlikely.
It's not happening.
Highly
let me just go ahead and say it, and I will definitively say it. If anybody else is too afraid to, we're definitely not going to a national championship this year. That's if we can't admit the truths, then I don't know why we're here. We're not going to playoff championship. Go ahead and knock that off. To anybody who still believes in that, I'm sorry. It's not happening. We're not winning a conference championship. We have 3 losses in the conference, and not even to the top dogs. So not sure if y'all think that it works differently, but Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State.
Well, we do have our, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying here, other than the fact that we do have our 2 on paper toughest conference games of the season in the books now.
We lost them.
I know. I'm just saying that we do have on paper the our 2 top dogs of the schedule.
Penn State, Oregon, and
us.
Ohio State are not losing 3 conference games, so we're not making it to the conference championship.
100%.
And it's just as simple as that.
100%. 866-961-3776. Plenty of calls to get to, so let's get to them. We got Sergio in Wilmington on line 3. Sergio, welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hey, how you guys doing? First-time caller.
Doing all right. Thanks for joining us, Sergio.
Yeah. I think Lincoln Riley he's coaching scared. Like how you guys are saying, he's coaching not to lose. He doesn't let the media watch the practice no more than 15 minutes. He closes the practices to the public. We ain't the ones to blame. We're not going to steal a secret play that he has. He needs to get off his high horse, and he already lost the fan base after today. I'm tired of being moody on Saturdays. I'm tired of drinking every Saturday because of these guys. There's always next year, and fight on, guys.
Hey, fight on, Sergio. Hope you have a go safely plan.
Hey, man. And if you're drinking, yeah, I mean, we're playing not to lose. We're not playing to win, and we saw that in the fourth. It's like we flip-flopped game plans this week. We were used to starting off slow in the second half, coming out ultra-aggressive, but it's too late. Instead, we came out ultra-aggressive, and in the second half, we were like, hit the brakes, skirting the whole second half until we came to a complete stop. And that's what it felt like, and ultimately, we lost the game.
Where do you think, if there is in this playing scared, playing not to lose, like where do you think the confidence in the offense is? I mean, where
run
is it
game.
Missing? No, I'm saying where is it missing? Because the run game has been good.
So why?
Right.
The run game, take out the big run, because numbers are lies. A lot of football numbers are liars. So let me break this down.
Were they not moving the ball on the ground?
If you take out the big run from the first half, Take out that long,
Okay,
the
75-yard
run. On the other 7 carries or 6 carries, we were averaging like 7.1 yards a carry, even without that run.
Oh, so you're saying.
So, but with the run, we were averaging like 12 yards a carry.
And we ended up averaging almost 8 yards per carry on the game.
So if the confidence in the offense is like we don't know right now if we can attack downfield, why are we not giving it to our bell cows that are clearly finding room? Like that last touchdown for USC in the fourth quarter, that started because Woody converted 3 straight first downs on interior runs. So I was just like, if you don't have confidence in the passing game, the defense is, or the running game is telling you, hey, I got you. Until TBD, until then, I got you. But
yeah, I mean, look,
we ran the ball one time in the third quarter.
May just have to accept that it's a running football team and a running offense, because this is 2 straight weeks. I mean, last week at Minnesota, the running game very successful. Went away from it late in the fourth.
We ran the ball one time in the third.
Went away from it late in the fourth last week, and then again, this week it was having a lot of success, and maybe we didn't see it enough down the stretch. Let's go to Mickey in Encino. Mickey, welcome back to the show. You're on Trojans Wrap Up. We'll get to Mickey in a moment here.
Mickey fell asleep on us.
No.
3 timeouts and
hey Mickey, can you hear us?
Can I?
Mickey, hey Mickey, sorry, we got you a little late on there. Not your fault. Would you mind just starting over for us?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for taking the call. I'm just a little bummed. I'm watching this game, and if I'm a coach, this is my prayer. Give me 2 minutes and 53 seconds, 3 timeouts, and the ball. And I'm going to beat you every single time. But this guy, and you're right, well, it's not only that he plays to lose, he's just brain dead. Something happens to him, late in the games.
All right.
He needs a bench coach. God. Baseball players have him. Sparky Anderson said, the reason I won all these games is because George Sugar was my bench coach. Seriously, he needs somebody that he can listen to who says,
well, I mean, how do you know he doesn't have someone he's listening to? I mean, he's not a one-man band over there.
But he's not listening to somebody. Miller is probably sitting out there going, Coach, call timeout. Bring us over here and give us some instruction on what we're going to do. The Penn State guy is sitting with 2 minutes to go, and he's looking at these guys and saying, well, guys, we're going to be 5-1. We can't help it, but that's the way it is. And he's probably looking at God saying, oh, my God, he's letting this time run out? Thank you, God. Seriously. This was the game that tells me that this coach is to go. Maybe he's a good assistant, but he's not the coach. He's not the head coach.
All right, Mickey, thanks for the call, as always.
Thanks a lot.
That boy Mickey drinking that dark stuff.
Brain dead.
He drinking that burp. He off that yak. He's just saying he's saying how he feels, but who am I to minimize his emotions right now? A little dramatic.
Mickey, thanks as always for the call. Always interesting. Let's get to one more before another break. We got Bernard. Bernard was at the game. Bernard, you're on Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, how you guys doing? There's a lot to talk about. All right, so as I watched the last 3 minutes, I was sitting there with my youngin', and I actually leaned over to him when we got the possession back and said, this drive is about coaching. And as it proved itself, we ran the ball effectively all the way down the field, and when it got tight, we didn't choose what was working and gave the ball away that way. Clock management, when it was, I think it was second down, and we were at the 38, and we should use a timeout there. We let the time run down and let them call a timeout. We should have settled our team and been ready to rock and had the game plan going forward. That way we could have used the rest of the clock wisely. But, even further, the most frustrating part was the interception on a short pass, because that play, I actually told my youngin, all right, we're going to take a shot. We should take it down the field, take a shot in the end zone. So if something goes crazy like that, we'll be all right. And we took a shot at the short play instead of just running the ball, setting up our kicker. I would have felt more comfortable.
Well, we couldn't run the ball and set up the kicker because we weren't in field goal range yet. The pass, had it been on the money to Deuce Robinson,
was still like 4 yards short of field goal range. So
okay,
but that's my whole point in this. Like,
I would have rather the extra effort towards the field goal than the shank that happened later. Because I think the interception took all the fans out the game.
We should have never approached the drive with field goal's going to get it done. We should have never approached the drive like that. It should have been we are trying to score and put the game away.
Or make sure you are getting a field goal in a spot where you know that it's not going to be a career long or the limit of field goal range type of situation.
Where Deuce would have caught the ball and we would have called a timeout. Because we didn't have any time left.
Would have been makeable.
It would have been makeable. It also would have been like one of his longer kicks. So it's like if we have 50 seconds and 3 timeouts to get it closer for him, why would we not attempt to do that?
And to Bernard's first point, and Bernard, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. And hope you guys were able to enjoy the game despite the result. To your first point, though, Bernard, is saying, okay, well, running the ball has worked. You have with 3 timeouts, you have the opportunity to continue running the ball. You can use your timeouts that way.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's take another call before we get to our next break. Let's go out to Boston. We got Meredith waiting on the line. Meredith in Boston, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Thanks. First-time caller, long-time listener, so thanks for taking the call.
Well, thanks, Meredith.
There's been a lot of questions about Lincoln Riley, and I have a question about Miller Moss. Obviously, there's been, one play, it seems like, at every game that has not gone in USC's favor that has made us, have this record. So is Miller Moss the guy, or is it time to put someone else in? What do you guys think?
I don't think Miller has done anything to necessarily lose us a game, so I wouldn't put him in a position of is he the guy or not. He hasn't been able to get pass protection either. Like, people can't forget, it's very hard to play quarterback if you only have less than 2 seconds to throw. I mean, look at Shedeur Sanders. He's a projected number 1 quarterback getting taken this year, and there are times where he is helpless on offense, even with all that talent. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily fair to question if Miller's the guy because he hasn't done anything besides that pick 6 in Michigan to throw to
lose a game.
Because even with that pick 6, we still had the lead. We still came back because of Miller and had a chance to win. So I wouldn't necessarily say is it Miller the guy. It's, again, we have given the game away on our own 2 in the 3 losses that we have, and it's clock management, and it's just undisciplined and assignments and missed tackles and so on and so forth.
Miller put up another solid line today. His numbers every week are solid. 20 for 34 today, 220 yards, couple touchdowns, an interception. He faces a ton of pressure. He's able to evade it a lot of times, or he's able to move the ball or lead the offense. I mean, not every team, and USC's had this before, like not every team is going to have a quarterback that wins you the football game. But sometimes it's good enough to have a guy who is complementary to the rest of the offense.
Look at Michigan last year.
And who, doesn't have to win you the game, but is a good leader and a good game manager and can make a throw when you need the throw. And I do think, from what we've seen, I think Miller Moss fits that bill for sure.
If J.J. McCarthy can win a national championship at Michigan throwing for 160 yards, Miller Moss is just fine.
Meredith, appreciate the call and appreciate you being a long-time listener. Trojan fans, fight on and fly on with ONT. Ontario International Airport is a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans. Visit SoCalSoEasy.com to book your journey through ONT today. Trojans wrap-up presented by Modelo, wrapping up USC's 33-30 loss to Penn State at the Coliseum. The number's 866-961-ESPN. That's 866-961-3776. More calls when we come back on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Welcome to the Postmates Wellness Retreat. Let's start by breathing. Phase in, phase out. Picture a big, juicy burger with melted cheese on a toasted brioche bun. And it's all free of fees. Now let's make that vision a reality.
Go fee-free with Postmates. No delivery fee or service fee on eligible orders over $50. Offer terms and exclusions apply. See app for details.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC! Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit iTrustCapital.com/USC to start investing today. The official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You're listening to USC Football on the home of the Trojans, 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Introducing Salaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with homegrown spirit, Salaya Tequila.
Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz with you here on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Trojans fall to Penn State, the number 4 team in the country, came into the Coliseum today, won 33-30 in overtime. USC's third loss in the last 4 games. Now 3-3, 1-3 in conference play. Sua, did you happen to catch, and I don't know if we're going to get any more callers who were at the game. I'm wondering if anyone stayed in their seats late. Did you catch the video that got posted of the Penn State guys putting the flag down on the logo?
We would have been fighting.
Yeah,
we would have been fighting.
Tell me what your thoughts are there.
My thoughts? There are no thoughts. Action.
Well, okay.
Furniture moving. What do we?
I mean, as a guy who could have potentially,
it's different these days.
As a guy who could have potentially been in that position as a player on the road, would you ever consider doing something like that after a big road win?
Because I know what comes with that, and I don't want to get suspended because I know I'm going to have to fight. Well, I played in the day, and I'm not that old, but like I played in the era where being a California kid and going to USC was like the dream. And anybody that disrespected California ball, you took it personally. And unless you were playing UCLA, anybody that talked crazy about Cali ball you took it personally. And if they ever did some plant the flag in the middle of the field, are you kidding me? Yeah, okay. I would never do that in somebody's home field because I know we're gonna have to fight after. Because if you do it on my home field, it's not gonna be no worse. If I can get close enough, I'm sneaking you. Because that's the ultimate sign of disrespect, and their head coach knows that, which is why he snatched the flag out of his hand. Like, don't do that.
James Franklin came over, grabbed the flag. 866-961-ESPN, 866-961-3776 is our number. Let's get back to the phone lines and go to Brian in Claremont. Brian, you're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Hey, Sue, I love your style. I'm diehard SC. And SC it's the best football there is. Anybody can hang with those Notre Dame and Alabama. Anyways, 2 things. Lincoln, he should have called timeout when there was about 35 seconds left. Miller threw that interception because he was pressured. If he would have been more relaxed and had the time to navigate down the field and hopefully get 7, he wouldn't have thrown that touchdown. I mean, that interception. Number 2, there was 2 pass interference calls in the OT. They were blatant and obvious.
You mean non-calls?
The non-calls. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Yeah, those they were blatant. And even I was watching Oregon with Ohio State. There was a blatant non-call on the supposed reception. And then Michigan, the officiating is, I try to be fair, but the officiating is the worst I've ever seen this year. I mean, it's just like, you're starting to wonder, I hate to say this, but are the officiate the refs in cahoots with Vegas or something? Or what? It's just ridiculous. Right in front of their eyes, both of those calls should have been called.
There was also a missed false start and delay of game on that fourth quarter drive where Penn State went to tie it up.
when they gave them the timeout.
Yep.
When Penn State took the timeout. Yep. Yeah, there was. I just look for me. I mean, I hear you. I hear you, Brian, and I know how frustrating it is to watch calls not go your way or miss. But like it's just more frustrating to be in a position where we have to sit here and say that calls cost us the game. I mean, look, it happens, but it can't happen. It can't happen for all 3 of your losses. I mean, it's just.
Well, I mean, even with all those missed calls and the refs swallowing their whistles, we still should have won the game and found a way to lose it. So it's not my type to say the refs, because even though the refs missed blatant calls, there are a million missed calls on both sides of the ball every single play. For every touchdown that we've scored at USC, I'm sure that there was a tackle or a guard that got away with a hold. And we're not going to go back and be like, oh, well, maybe that we shouldn't score. That's just football.
Well, what you're seeing, Sua, I mean, and Brian, thanks for the call and for the points. Sua, with what you're seeing, do you feel like it's one-sided, or do you feel like what we've seen from the officials is they're just kind of letting them play on both sides?
No, it's been one-sided, but I'm not going to – it's not going to change, and we're accustomed to this from Pac-12 refs, because Pac-12 refs were atrocious, and I've never, ever relied or expected on a referee to save us or help us. I've always looked at the Zebras like enemies, because I'm like, I know the game is meant to score points and be entertaining, so anything that's to benefit a defense in a way, they're not going to call it. And anything that puts the game in the referee's hands where now it's controversial because the ref changed the game because of a call, they don't want to be responsible for that either, so they won't throw a flag.
Thanks again, Brian. Let's go to Pam. Pam in Temple City. Pam, welcome back to the show as always. How you feeling?
Oh, thanks for having me. I didn't think I was going to get through. It was really hard, but
Pam, you're always through.
Yeah, I feel pretty through right now. But I was going to talk about time management, but you guys already covered that, so I won't belabor the point. But what I will talk about is the overtime management. Of course, we had to have the ball first, which we have to score because we don't know what they're going to end up doing. But it just didn't seem like we did anything to I don't know what Lincoln Riley's strategy was going to be. But, I mean, even if we would have kicked a field goal, it wouldn't have been good enough because we didn't know they were going to end up kicking one. So if you get the ball first, you have to score a touchdown to be on the safe side. But, I mean, it just seems like even when I hear him talk to Jordan at the end of halftime when we're going to start the second, I don't hear enthusiasm. And when I told you guys last week that I don't see when everybody was mentioning playoffs, and of course we know how that is, but I don't see any kind of, I don't know, I wonder what he tells them in halftime, because I know what Franklin told his guys because they adjusted, but I don't know if he puts them on notice to, hey, we haven't won it yet, even though we could. I wonder what you guys' take is, and I'm sorry my input isn't very valuable today.
Pam, you're always so hard on yourself. We love your calls. We love your input always, Pam. Thank you. Sua, any thoughts?
I mean, nothing we haven't already said. It's just today we basically flip-flopped our habit. We didn't start out slow. We came out fast and then waited to the second half to start slowing down and ran the ball one time in the third quarter, and like we do or have done for the last few weeks. Got away from what helped us score touchdowns, which was run the football, and then poor clock management late in the game.
Yeah. I think for those talking about the overtime too, I mean, right, you have a lot of success in the game running the football. First play of overtime, you take the shot, then you have 2nd and 10, so you kind of have to run it there. And of course, Penn State snuffed it out. It was a tackle for loss, and then there was a lot of contact on that 3rd down passing play, the non-call there. But that's how that overtime field goal attempt was set up. Pam, as always, good to hear from you. Thank you for the call. Let's go out to Matt in Las Vegas. Matt, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, thanks so much, guys, for having us. Long-time season ticket holder, first-time caller. Glad to be on with you fellas.
Yeah, glad to have you, Matt.
I just wanted to take a moment, being a long-time season ticket holder and driving in from out of state for every one of these games for the last 20 years. I want to take a minute to call out all the season ticket holders out there that sold their tickets to the Penn State fans. It's time for us to all show up and be truly faithful fans for these guys. It's ridiculous.
Hold on. You're saying USC season ticket holders sold to the enemy?
Oh, bro, come on.
Well, potentially putting your tickets on a
Why are you a
secondhand
season
site.
ticket holder if you're not going to go to the game?
That's what I'm saying. Everybody in our section is Trojan Athletic Fund members, or at least should be, because that's what we all sign up for. And our whole section was littered with the opposition's fans. And I just wanted to take a moment to just call everybody out there that has season tickets. Show up to these games. Be there for these boys. Be there for these men. That's what we need to be doing. And I just wanted to take this moment to say that. I love y'all. Thank you for having me on. Fight on. The season ain't over yet.
Hey, thank you, Matt.
Hey, I stamp that. If you're a season ticket holder and you're selling your tickets, bro, you are a fraud. Why are you a season ticket holder?
At least try to make sure they're going to SC fans.
Nah, but why are you a season ticket holder? So you can make a quick buck? Like, well, what is going on here? And then these be the same fans crying when we're not winning. You don't even go to the games. Shut up. You don't even go to the games. You're a fair weather fan. When we're undefeated, you show up for the first opening game when it's cool outside, it's a little breeze, and you got your little wine cooler. And then as soon as we lose, you're at home selling tickets like a chump. Why are you a season ticket holder? Look at me. Why? Hey, man, I stamp what he just said. If you're a season ticket holder and you sold your tickets, you're trash. You are. That is garbage. Yeah, hey, you are. Get them out of here. Let me hear it one time. Y'all got to go.
Bigger picture, I think that this was always going to be an issue with the Big Ten, because I think that I think that as collectively USC fans, whether it's making sure you're using your tickets or making sure you're selling them to USC fans, this was always going to be an issue with the Big Ten, because LA, the Coliseum, is going to be such a destination for these teams, and they're going to show up well. They're going to bring a lot of people. So I do think, I agree with Matt. I agree with you, Sua. I do think collectively as USC fans, it's important to try and maintain that home field advantage as much as possible.
That just made me mad. I ain't going to lie. That is awful. Are you kidding me? Our season ticket holder, and you better not be no alum. You better not be an alum doing that little goofiness, that little weird. You lucky I'm on air right now, because I'll really air you
All right, let's get to the next caller. We got Cooper in Orange County. Cooper, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, hey, Cooper, you might have to turn your radio down or off.
Hello, hey, radio down. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Cooper.
All right, hey, guys. Hey, first off, I just want to say I'm glad the boys didn't roll over today. I was kind of expecting them to kind of get put on. They absolutely should have won that game first and foremost. I think that the play calling down the stretch was pretty terrible. I think you absolutely, on that last play before the end of the game, you run one more play, you run the ball, get 4 or 5 more yards, let the guy kick a field goal. I know he missed the one in OT, but, a different environment. I think at this point, you got to start questioning the play call. Like, I just don't think that they were doing anything proper. And last question, Sua, what is your eligibility looking like? Do we have any more years at EG? Because we kind of need you. And
Sua wants to hit some season ticket holders.
Oh, facts. I'll line it up. I'll do Oklahoma drills with all the season ticket holders that sold their tickets today. I will gladly set that up. We can go to a neutral park. We'll sign medical waivers, and let's go head up. For every alum or season ticket holder that sold their tickets today, meet me at the park for some Oklahomas. We starting on our back, and for whoever the fastest to get up, last man standing.
We're getting a Marine beach workout?
Sue got it. Now you late. Don't even play it again. You was late on the last one. I don't want to hear it again. Everybody's getting it today. I'm out to Oklahoma with the producers in the back. I'm ready for a break, man. I'm ready for a break.
Sua's ready for a break. Let's take it. But first, Trojan fans, celebrate every Trojan win and enjoy the sweet taste of victory with a free donut at Ralph's the day after the win. Download your digital coupon from the Ralph's app to score your free donut at any Los Angeles area Ralph's store. I think a lot of USC fans could use a donut regardless of
No, I don't deserve no donuts. You selling your tickets. You ain't getting no donut. Ain't no donut.
866-961-3776 is our number. Trojans fall to Penn State 33-30. This is Trojans wrap-up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Trojan fans, you may not think of yourself as an athlete, but everyday life is full of athletic feats. You bend, you reach, you lift, you twist until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits, which brings you to a stop. But whether you're an athlete or not, the Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you on the active list. Visit thejoint.com today to get your first consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the USC Trojans.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
At Audi, expectations matter. It's why what's standard on every Audi SUV are features that exceed yours. How we get there matters. The Audi family of SUVs. Progress you can feel.
Don't let someone else drive off in the Audi model you've always wanted. Visit your Southern California Audi dealer to get behind the wheel of yours today. Or visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information.
Ready to take your goals to the end zone? If you live in LA or Orange counties, a bank-beating loan from USC Credit Union could be your winning play. Whether it's purchasing a new or used car, earning credit card rewards, switching to clean energy, or buying your dream home, we've got competitive rates, quick approvals, and expert guidance to get it done. Make the winning play and fight on to savings with an affordable USC Credit Union loan today. Visit usccreditunion.org to get started. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Housing.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Whether it's before, after, or during the game, stop by Lazy Dog Restaurants at LA Live for handcrafted, made-from-scratch meals. LazyDogRestaurants.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. 866-961-3776 is our number. Trojans fall to Penn State 33-30. The final score. What's going on in that Oregon-Ohio State game right now? We got eyes on that?
No, we don't. I seen somebody spit on somebody and got ejected. We spitting now?
Yes.
Yeah, you wasn't
Oregon
raised
player
right, Playboy.
Ejected for spitting. It's 22-21 Oregon at halftime. Good one.
You
up
spitting?
in Eugene.
You spit on me? I'm socking you in your esophagus if you spit on me on the field. Are you kidding me? Like, what are we doing? What is wrong with people these days, bro? Like, he's probably getting paid X amount of money, NIL, to be on that field, your family at the game, and you just got ejected before you could make a play because you want to spit on somebody.
Planting flags in the middle of the field.
The softest of retaliations. Let me spit on you like New York
Our
from
pets'
Flavor
heads
Flav.
are falling off.
Flavor. That's some love and hip hop retaliation. You don't spit on somebody.
All right, let's go to our next caller.
Suspend that man.
Let's go to our next caller. Pardon if I butcher the name here, but we got Evadne in San Francisco. You're on Trojans Wrap.
Got that wrong. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hi, Jace. You got it right.
Hey, Sua.
I apologize.
Do not doubt me.
I apologize.
Do not doubt me. I doubted myself.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, in a conversation, I'm sorry, a different way. First-time caller, long-time listener. So I wanted to ask you, what's going on with Zachariah Branch? I noticed on, especially kickoffs, he doesn't take the opportunity to do anything. He always calls for the fair catch, maybe just go out 10 yards. But I mean, this season, I expected him to do a lot more like he did last year, where he would just kind of just fly down the field as much as possible. So what's going on this year where he's not doing anything is
we don't have a position for him. We literally don't have a position for him. And because of that, his development now is skewed or limited because what is he? Is he a running back? Is he a slot receiver? Does he run vertical routes? Does he run intermediate? Is he a bubble screen? We don't know. But we can't get him the ball right now. And you can visually see it starting to affect his confidence, as it would any human being. When you go from being that guy to all of a sudden the game that was so easy to me now has become hard and unenjoyable to play because it's not working like it used to, that affects guys, especially offensive guys. So,
yeah, I mean, we're 6 games into the season, halfway through the regular season, and I think, certainly not what we expected to see a guy like him not have the impact that so many people were hoping for this year.
And you know what comes with that in this day and age. You know exactly what comes with that next.
Transfer portal.
Yeah, exactly. So
hopefully that won't be the case. Let's go to Caleb in Detroit. Caleb, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. First time, long time.
A lot of first timers today.
I'm just feeling defeated. I won't say too much because I want to keep it professional, but I just feel like this team is overall soft. I grew up watching dogs like Sua, and I want to get back to that time. I have a question for you guys. We haven't really had a big win since LSU. After that, our stock went up, and we were getting a lot of attention from recruits. How do you think these losses are going to affect our recruiting moving forward? Because we had a lot of big-time recruits at the game today.
The crazy part is, in this day and age, these losses don't mean anything as far as recruits. It's pay to play. And a great example of this is Texas A&M, who can lose 6 games a year and bring in the #1 recruiting class every single year. Because if I got $100 million to spend, who's going to say no? And we see that time and time again. It does not. These kids, it's not the same. It's so weird. It's nothing like how it was when I was getting recruited or the guys before me. It's no longer about the passion of the game or the love for a university or I want to play for a legendary coach. Nick Saban, I think, was the last one that had that type of aura where he could be like, you're going to come here because you want to be coached by me. And I think it pisses people off that Deion Sanders kind of has that pull on kids because he doesn't necessarily have the pedigree to demand that, but he's a player's coach and they love him, so he gets that respect. But 9 times out of 10, unless you're got the charisma and the Kinsella team like Prime or have the stats and pedigree like Saban, if you don't have the bread or you're not talking cash, you ain't getting none of these top guys. And that's just a fact. So for USC faithful out there that think like, oh, we need to win 10 games and that'll get us the top 25 recruiting class. Nope, this will. Money will. It's always been that. That's why the SEC's been running stuff for as long as they've been running it, because they were able to pay to play before everybody else. And now that we all can do it, there ain't no hiding it. So teams like Ohio State will drop $25 million on a roster, and that's why they're ranked number 2 in the country.
Caleb, thanks for the call, man. Let's go over to Edward in North Carolina. Edward, thanks for waiting. You're on Trojans Wrap Up.
Yeah, guys, long-time Trojan fan here, long-time listener to your show as well.
Thanks, Edward.
I've got a bit of a comment, or maybe you guys can help me understand this. Last week against Minnesota, we let that running back, Taylor, have his way with us, over 200 yards. This week, Warren was, 212 yards?
17 catches.
17 catches.
224 yards. And, hey, Edward, first caller to bring this up, or really even talk about the defense. The defense did struggle today, giving up over 500. But, yeah, 17 catches, 224 yards. Made me think back to those Dalton Kincaid days with Utah. But, yeah, Edward, keep going.
That's what my next comment was. When Kincaid was with Utah, we lost to Utah in the regular season. When it came time for the Pac-12 championship, he dominated us in that game as well. My biggest thing that me and my wife were trying to figure out why was, how do you let a tight end play center and then score a touchdown?
It's a trick play. But they should have known when they seen a 40 number at center that he was ineligible. They should have knocked in. If you're prepared and locked in, those are things that you spot right away. And we covered the play pretty well. We just got dunked out at the end. So we have a special knack of creating superstar tight ends. And I can't understand it because I played at a time where the tight ends weren't tight ends. They were receivers that just wore tight end numbers, but they were running 4.4s and 4.5s and running real receiver routes. The tight ends, Kincaid, the tight end today, every other tight end that's ever got off against us in the last 3 years, these are dudes running the basic stop and out routes and sneaking out on leaks, and they're just busted coverages and just completely wide open. And that's why it's so frustrating because whenever a team had a baller at tight end, my DC would say, 2-1, that's you. That would be the last conversation we have about it. There's nothing else to talk about. That's me. And if he catches even one ball, I'm going to want to cry on the sidelines because I take it that serious. I don't want him catching a single ball. This guy's running wide open, multiple plays. So it's
McCarthy did it to us when he played for Stanford.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just... There's a lot that goes into it, man. But he had 200 yards today because about 4 or 5 different times we busted coverage, and he was completely by himself down the field.
Edward, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. All right. We'll take a break. We got one more segment. We'll get to a few more calls. 866-961-3776. The number 866-961-ESPN. Trojans fall to Penn State 33-30. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA Trojans Media Network.
Hi, it's Hannah, and welcome to the HannahCast. Today, Piggy Bank's going to fuel our episode with questions about Arco Rewards. Yep, earn up to $7 in rewards at sign-up. Uh-huh, and 5 cents on every gallon. Sounds pretty sensible, if you ask me. Oh, all this savings talk making you hungry? Here you go. Learn how to earn at arcorewards.com.
Offer valid until October 31st, 2024. By entering your phone number, you're agreeing to receive recurring automated informational and marketing SMS, MMS messages from Marathon. Consent not required for purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on. Fight on.
Support for USC football comes from Children's Hospital Los Angeles. U.S. News and World Report has once again named Children's Hospital Los Angeles the #1 hospital for kids in California. Ranked in the top 10 nationally, CHLA has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since the prestigious list was created. They've been providing the best care for kids in California for more than 120 years. Whether it's for routine care or life-saving needs, families turn to CHLA when the outcome matters. Clinical excellence, breakthrough research, and world-class expertise for kids. Find a doctor at chla.org.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC. Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. The official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You're listening to USC Football on the home of the Trojans, 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Yeah, you getting ready, so you know we gonna be here a while. In the bathroom, flat irons and nail files.
We're not gonna be here. We're not gonna be here a while. Well, this is our final segment. Final segment of Trojans Wrap Up, presented by Modelo. Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz with you. And so glad to have you all with us. Thanks for your calls. Appreciate it. We're going to get to a few more here. So if you're hanging on the line, hopefully we can get to you. Don't go anywhere. Trojans fall to Penn State 33-30. Also in a moment, Sue and I are going to be naming our Arco top-tier performances of the game. And then looking ahead to next week, Trojans going across the country to take on Maryland. We'll talk about that in just a second. But let's get to at least a couple more callers, and we'll start here with John in L.A. John was at the game. John, you're on Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jason Sua. Good to talk to you guys, man.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Sure, I think we all are Sua Cravens this afternoon, where how on God's green earth did we allow that many Penn State fans in the stadium? You know, but I will say this was I've been going to the Coliseum since 2007, and this is the loudest I've ever heard it. This is my first year as a season ticket holder, and I'm not gonna lie, Sua.
Don't you say it. Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
After last week's loss. But I didn't do it. Man. I was hopeful that we would pull it off, and we were close. But you know what? It's typical. Lost opportunities, horrible play calling, terrible clock managers. There was no need to go into overtime. You know, we had the 3 timeouts at the end. We had the momentum. We had the drive, and we should have closed it out. And, I think, I don't know if it's been shared, but I don't think Riley's our guy, man. I don't think so. And to Edward's point, the previous caller before me, how on God's green earth do you also allow 44, 200 plus catching? How? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over. It's like when you play Madden, right? And it's like you go to the same play over
somebody
again
keeps
and
just
over
spamming
again.
the same glitch play. Yeah, trust me.
Exactly.
Trust me.
Exactly.
I share your frustrations.
John, thanks for the call. Look, as far as the Penn State fans being in the Coliseum, I'm just saying right now, USC fans collectively, let's come together, let's make something happen. But
I need names.
This is going to be the case in the Big Ten, because these schools, they are going to want to either they have people out on the West Coast and this is their opportunity to come see them, or they want to come to L.A. They want to Southwest. This is Southwest.
No, I ain't messing with Southwest. Though. They charging for bags, assigned seating.
Southwest doesn't charge for bags.
Yes, they are. Oh, you haven't heard?
I heard they're going to start with the assigned seat. They're charging for bags,
bro.
Dead to me.
Exactly.
Dead to me.
Exactly. I don't want to get away.
But for real though, we talked about this. We talked about this at the very first show when we announced that we were going to the Big Ten, which is that the Coliseum is going to become a destination for all these Big Ten fans. They're going to come out. The Penn State people, they want to see Penn State versus USC in LA at the Coliseum.
Made possible by season ticket holders that are selling their tickets to the opposition. Y'all are some ops.
Okay, here's a question, though. Okay, the San Diego Padres made some news in the NLDS for their 2 home games.
That they weren't selling tickets.
They blocked selling tickets to anybody with a billing zip code outside of San Diego. And whatever area.
Straight
up.
up.
So are you saying that that's what you think they should do that to stop people?
The audacity to buy a season ticket's worth.
But what about just selling tickets? I mean, they can still buy tickets. There's nothing blocking any.
Little nosebleeds. Little nosebleeds behind
whatever
the
happened
scoreboard.
to that one section?
In the section to the right.
Up high,
and the band
all the
in
way
front
back.
of them.
Way up in the
There's plenty seats up there.
I sat in that section once. You're far away.
There's
you might as well be
plenty
watching
seats.
at the Rose Bowl.
There's plenty seats there. Got the section to the right, next to the scoreboard when the shade
Send them
hits.
up. Send them up.
Send them up there, baby, and put the band in front of them.
Send them up. Let's go to James in Santa Clarita. James, you're on Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, Jason Sua, thank you so much for taking my call.
What's up, James?
Yeah, James from Santa Clarita and formerly Gate 14. So,
formerly
anyway,
what now?
Gate 14, Sua knows.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So we're
Media
keeping me out
guys,
here.
you know,
Inside jokes.
you
I
either know or you
love
don't.
inside jokes. Hope to be a part of one someday.
Yes. You can too, Jason. Don't worry.
All right. What you got, James? What's up?
So, what Kippy already said that's already been said, right? We're kind of beating a dead horse here. You know, that game it escaped us. You know, and you don't ever let the game go to any kind of, some people say referees. No, it ain't that. You put foot to you know what. You do the job, roll up your sleeves, win in the Coliseum. That's what you got to do. You got to win the Coliseum. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, 100%, man. And you know what?
No lies.
I'm tired of people saying on Twitter, your defense was never... Bro, stop deflecting or talking about whataboutisms. Acknowledge what we are. I'm not talking about our caller. I'm talking about just the fans that just refuse to acknowledge what we all see. We are not ready. Plain and simple. That's why we are 3-3 and 3 losses in conference. If we can't just be objective about the truth, I don't know where we begin to attack these problems.
James, thanks for the call. All right, one last call before we get to our Arco top-tier performances of the game. Don in Rosemead. Don, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hello?
Hey, Don.
How you guys doing? I just wanted to, I'm doing good. Thank you for taking my call.
You bet.
I just wanted to say, lifetime Trojan fan, and so disappointed on what's going on with everything that's going on with Lincoln Riley and everything. It's frustrating to lose these close games as we have. And to top off on what Matt said earlier, as far as the fans are concerned, I'm sitting way up there in section 318. I have season tickets. We've had season tickets. We haven't moved down because we like the area we're in. All these people are selling out our seats, and it's frustrating as true SC fans. I'm here right now barbecuing with all of SC guys. What's up, guys? And we're still barbecuing, but we're so frustrated.
Hey,
thank you for
some
taking
real
my call.
Trojan
I wanna
fans.
hear what you guys have
Some
to say
real
about
Trojan
Lincoln.
fans. Make sure you throw me some tacos on the grill. I need some skirt steak. Put some extra lime on it.
Don, are you in the parking lot right now?
No, we're at. I came back home in Rosemead. I'm back in Rosemead. My brother's barbecuing
All right, so you're back
right now.
home
We got some
hosting
ribeyes
the
here. You guys
barbecue.
want to
I
join
see.
us? You're
Salvaging
more
your
than
Tell them I like it medium.
Salvaging your Saturday night.
23 people.
Hey, Don, thanks for the call, man, and appreciate your passion and everyone with you as well. Hope you guys have a great time tonight. Be safe. All right, Don.
Why you hate? I was trying to put in an order just now, and you completely just hung up.
What?
I didn't even get the temperature I wanted.
You said medium.
Now I'm going to pull
What
up the
more does
rose
he need?
mead, not knowing what I'm about to get.
What more does he need? Rose medium.
Okay.
It's time to end the show.
Yeah, it's time.
All right. Well, before we end, we got to pick our Arco top-tier performances of the game. Sua, you want the honors?
Going to give it to QJ, Quinn Joyner. You know, it was a toss-up, either him or Woody. They both balled out of their minds and need more carries, and I'll leave it at that.
I'll go right there with you. Quentin Joyner, 3 carries, 82 yards, obviously the big one for the touchdown. Woody Marks, he's going to be my Arco top-tier performance of the game. 20 rushes, 118 yards, netted 111. No touchdowns, but 5.5 yards per carry. Overall, Trojans on the ground, 189 rushing yards, almost 8 yards per carry, and that long 75-yard touchdown. So Joyner and Marks, our Arco top-tier performances of the game. All right, Next week, USC and Maryland. Trojans going across the country to take on the Terps. Sua,
I don't got nothing to say.
Where do we go?
Nothing to say about it. I got an X out there, and don't really care.
Oh yeah,
don't
that's
really care about Maryland.
It's your old stomping grounds.
Don't really care about the DMV.
The DMV.
Not really. Not really checking for it.
DC, Maryland, Virginia, DMV.
Shout out my grandma that lives in Silver Springs. Miss you, Gigi. I love you. But don't really care for the DMV. You know?
So the game next week, 4 o'clock kickoff Eastern time. That's 1 o'clock here on the West Coast. Any concerns, Sua, about the Trojans traveling across the country to play on the East Coast, 3 time zones?
What is this? You literally were telling me how every team this year, regardless of where they're going, is struggling to travel through time zone. And I think only one team has won traveling through 3 time zones.
Well, actually, what's funny is last week that was the case in the Big Ten, but then both Stanford and Cal
after you said that
lost last week at home against teams traveling across the country.
Well, let's talk about Cal also got cheated out of a dub.
Tough.
Yeah, they got cheated out of a dub.
And I will say, hat tip to Cal for showing up for College Game Day. It was really fun going back after to recap that.
Those libs were wild. They were going ham.
Again, 1 o'clock Pacific time kickoff for that one next week. USC at Maryland. Trojans trying to get back over the hump and get back over 500 after their loss today. Dropped them to 3-3, 1-3 in conference. Sua, we've talked a lot. Any final thoughts on what we saw today, what we talked about?
I blame you for influencing me to draft Miami football players because none of them are playing.
Miami Dolphins football players?
Yeah, because they're all
it's
hurt.
A bye week.
They're all
it's
hurt.
A bye week.
And
it's
they're also
it's
hurt.
Called a bye week.
So I blame you for my awful fantasies roster that has 7 players on IR. I can light up a Christmas tree with how much red is on my roster right now.
You know, it's funny. I have 3 of them, and I'm in first place. So I don't know, it's just fantasy management.
8-team league? 8-team league?
Management.
Question mark?
12 teams.
Oh, wow.
12 teams. A dozen.
You know what? I will snitch on you right now if you continue, because I know the Hulu account you use. Just leave that out.
We'll invite you into the league next year, so we'll see how you do.
Invite me, please.
All right. The final score is presented by Wells Fargo, the official retail bank of USC Athletics. Today's final score was Penn State 33, USC 30 in overtime. Again, Trojans fall to 3-3, 1-3 in conference play. Thank you all for your calls and all for your passion as USC fans. We do really appreciate it, and we thank you all for joining us and sharing how you're feeling.
Because of you.
Your Sundays are ruined because of
you.
me.
When I wake up in the morning, I look at my Yahoo app and I say, "Thanks, Jason."
And you know what?
Thanks for ruining another football season.
That is a feather in my cap. What an honor!
Yeah,
what an honor!
Glad. Hey, hats off.
I'm living rent free in your head
you
every
did
Sunday.
A hell of a job this year of ruining my fall. Thanks.
1 o'clock kickoff Pacific time next week for USC at Maryland, which means our coverage starts with the Trojan Tailgate Show 2 hours before kick at 11 a.m. The executive producer for USC football is Matt Wells. Our producer is Rick Cutler. And in the studio is Chris Morales and Brian Cohen with Jose De La Roca on highlights. For Sua Cravens, I'm Jason Schwartz. Once again, Trojans fall to Penn State 33-30 in overtime. This has been Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Fight on, everybody.